this is Dan Farisi, Group Director of Content and Editorial, Industrial and Tech at Emerald. So happy to be joined today by Jeff Terzo, who is Business Development with Just Add Power. Topic of conversation is, of course, AV over IP, aligning with our AV over IP deep dive, which will be all over commercialintegrator.com in the early part of August, as well as in our big print issue. Thank you so much, Jeff, for joining me today. Excited to talk to you about AV over IP and, of course, Just Add Power's leadership position in the category.
Oh, I appreciate it. It's great to be here today.
Thank you again for having me. I appreciate the time investment. What would you say are some of the most powerful trends you're currently watching in the AV over IP category? And how is Just Add Power as a category leader leaning into those trends with your product offerings?
I would say there's a couple different ones. One being the actual convergence of these products now. When we first started doing AV over IP, maybe 15 years ago, there was quite a where we would segregate those networks off from each other, where now it's a lot of these IT staffs are, coming with their core network saying, well, I already have the infrastructure. How do we use that? We don't want separate switches and separate cables and that type of thing. Another trend we're watching is more on the hospitality side of things, to where I don't know if you've seen some of these Sunday ticket conversations around the NFL, but a lot of these establishments that were used to be limping by with set-top boxes behind displays are really no longer able to do that type of setup based on these streaming devices having to be in sync and latency and things like that. So those are really the two that we're kind of really in depth with at the moment.
So can you describe some of the unique features and benefits to how Just Add Power approaches AV over IP? What makes your solutions different from the competitors, and what makes them uniquely attractive to integrators? As I know that Just Add Power has a lot of integrator influence these days. What makes your line so attractive?
I would say there's quite a few different things, but we'll keep the list short for this. So first and foremost, we are strictly an AV over IP company. So we're not in everything to everybody. We're solely focused in that market, which makes us really good at supporting these systems. We also don't force you into control system. We're totally agnostic on whatever somebody wants to use to give their client a UI at the end of the day. So really whatever they're already comfortable with programming, we have all those in-house and know how to program those ourselves as well. Another benefit I think that we have is we've always made our devices backward compatible. So once, as I had mentioned before, we've been doing AV over IP for 15 years. We never leave anybody behind saying, well, you invested us back then. Yeah, you have to throw that system out and rebuy everything. All of the devices we make are backward compatible in that function. We also give people or integrators two different ways to implement a system. One would be if you are bringing your own network gear, our software tool will configure not only the network switch in all of our devices all in one shot. We also give you the ability to do it on someone's core network, like I spoke about before. So it doesn't really matter. It's how you want to implement that project. We can get it done any way we see fit.
So some integrators, I would say, are still developing their familiarity with AV over IP protocols, approaches, deployments. How would you say Just Add Power is helping integrators and their clients, for that matter, achieve successful AV over IP deployments?
So we do that a couple different ways as well. One, we just launched an LMS called Power Tools, which you can go on and register for an account and actually learn the ins and outs of different AV over IP technologies and Just Add Power as well. So start to finish more, learn at your own pace. We also send demo kits to end users and integrators so they can get familiar with it, see it work, see switching, hook their control systems up to it. So really kind of a proof of concept before we go down the path of a fully implemented system. Another thing we do is one-on-one webinar type meetings. So we'll get together, specify exactly what they want to talk about, whether it's digital signage through an oil refinery, really nail down exactly what we're going to be speaking of instead of just a generic overview.
So if integrators or consultants or clients want to connect with Just Add Power, and they likely will, because I know you are very leaned in with your partners, with your consultants, with your integrators, what's the best way for them to reach you? Is it email? Is it go to the website? Is there on-site training? What's the best way for them to connect with you, learn about your solution portfolio, learn how to benefit from Just Add Power?
So Two different ways. One would be if they're already working with one of our distribution partners. They're very familiar with our solutions and can get most designs done. Even some of them have went as far to send out fully configured system for their clients. So that is one way. The other way definitely would be our website. So you can contact us there, phone number, email, how whatever works best for you. We're happy to discuss whatever projects or you want to talk about.
Well, thank you so much, Jeff, for joining me today. I really appreciate the insights you've shared on the ongoing changes. As you said, you are an AV over IP company focused just on AV over IP, and you're bringing exciting stuff to market every day.
I appreciate the time.
Well, thank you again so much, Jeff Terzo, Business Development with Just Add Power, for joining me today. Really do appreciate it. My name is Dan Farisi, Group Director of Content and Editorial, Industrial and Tech at Emerald. Please do keep your eyes on commercialintegrator.com, as I mentioned, in the early part of August for more coverage of AV over IP, as well as our big AV over IP deep dive print issue, which should be in your hands now. Thank you so much.